Hi dear students, I hope you are all keeping good health in these COVID pandemic days. I am very happy that I am meeting you all to present this grammar class for all of you. I am Mr. Oskan from Bharadasana Matriculation Higher Secondary School. Today I am going to deal with the part 2 of the modal auxiliary and its usage. Let's enter into this topic. So today we will be seeing the usage of modal verbs and especially why, when and how to use those modal auxiliaries. So the first thing we will see that, so whenever we are talking about the possibility, we have to use for the past, present and future could, may, this might and can. For example, the sentence, might you have lost it on the way home? Or could you have lost it on the way home? ஒருவேளை நீங்க வழியில எங்கயாவது விட்டுட்டு வந்திருப்பீங்களா? She may be ill, I will phone her. She might be ill, I will phone her. See, if you keenly observe this, you can understand that might and may can be used when you refer to the possibility of something in the past. And can, it can get very cold in winter. It can get very cold in winter. கண்டிப்பா இந்த குளிர்காலத்துல அது ரொம்பவும் சில்லுன்னு இருக்கும் என்பதை நாம சொல்லுவோம். So we use this possibility or probability. Whenever there is a possibility, we talk about, we use all these auxiliary verbs such as could, may, might and can. Let's move to the next part where we shall see that the usage of offers, invitations and suggestions. அதாவது ஏதோ ஒரு வேண்டுகோளை விடுக்கும் பொழுதோ அல்லது யாரோ ஒருவரை நாம் அழைக்கும் பொழுதோ அல்லது சில கருத்துக்களை பரிந்துரைகளை நாம் முன்வைக்கும் பொழுதோ we can use all this modal auxiliaries. For example, the usage of shall, would. The sentence goes like this: shall I do the washing up? I will take you to the airport. Would you like a cup of tea? How about going to the cinema? What about going to the cinema? Shall we go now? See, if you keenly observe all this, the words shall, would, how, it refers to the, it indicates the speaker's attitude in the form of offering, invitation and suggestion. Now let's move to the another application of request. Whenever you are making a request, make sure you use all these can, will, could and would. For example, the sentence, can you pass me the dictionary please? Will you buy me an ice cream please? Could you help me with my translation? Would you type these letters for me please? So all these modal auxiliaries, it refers to the application of request. That time you can use all these modal auxiliaries. For example, whenever you are talking about the assumption and the deduction, we do use the word, the modal auxiliary verbs like must, be, must have, can't have, will, should. For example, the sentences goes like this: there must be a leak. You must have dialed the wrong number. You can't have finished already. That will be James. He is often early. This book should be interesting. So you are assuming something. So you are under assumption and you are coming to the deduction point of view. That time you can use all these modal auxiliary verbs. Now shall we move to the next one? Yes. Advice and criticism. Whenever you are giving advice for others and whenever you are giving the criticism, ஒருவரை விமர்சிக்கும் பொழுதோ அல்லது ஒருவருக்கு நாம் நல்ல ஒரு அறிவுரையை கூறும் பொழுதோ இது மாதிரியான modal auxiliary verbs ஐ பயன்படுத்தலாம். What are those? For example, ought to. You ought to have gone to bed earlier. நீ கண்டிப்பாக படுப்பதற்கு முன்பாகவே சென்றிருக்க வேண்டும் என்பதை குறிப்பதா இருக்கிறது. Should. You are getting fat. You should do more exercise. உங்களுக்கு உடம்பு ரொம்ப ஃபாஸ்டா போட்டுட்டு இருக்குது. சோ நீங்க என்ன செய்யணும்? வெயிட் போடுறனால நீங்க நிறைய எக்சர்சைஸ் பண்ணுங்க. So it is a kind of advice or a criticism you are making. Shouldn't, you are getting fat, you shouldn't eat junk food. So all these words. So it refers to the modal auxiliary application, advice and criticism. Next, we shall also see whenever you are talking about the necessity where there is no necessity, how would you use the words don't, didn't have to, don't have to or didn't have to, didn't need to or needn't have, shouldn't have. These applications can be applied while we are conversing with others. For example, you don't have to pick us up. We can take a taxi. They didn't have to go through customs. Shouldn't have, you shouldn't have bothered making lunch. We could have bought a sandwich. So such type of expressions can be put in the form of modal auxiliary constructions word. He didn't need to have any fillings at the dentist, and they needn't have waited. So whenever you are referring to the thing where you don't talk about the necessity and there is no need to give the proper application of the importance over that sentence or the action, we use such type of words. Next we shall move to the application of obligation. Obligation is a right word we normally use for the people, for the have to, has to, must, will, have to and future, for all the purpose we use. So whenever you are giving a compulsion, that time you use you have to work hard, she has to do the homework, you must do it, you will do it, you will have to do it. Such type of things we use it for obligations. All visitors must report to receptionist on arrival. Do you have to write your name on the form? நீங்கள் கண்டிப்பாக இது எழுதிதான் ஆக வேண்டுமா? We will have to wait, I am afraid. நீங்கள் கண்டிப்பாக காத்திருக்க வேண்டும் என்பதை நான் உங்களுக்கு சொல்லுகிறேன். Had to pass, she had to throw the burnt cake away. அங்கு எரிந்து போயிருக்கின்ற அந்த சுடப்பட்ட அந்த அப்பமானது வெளியே வீசி எரியப்பட வேண்டும் என்பது கண்டிப்பாக பண்ணப்பட வேண்டும். So that time you give a forcible action to it, you are forced to do such type of action. So we use normally obligation for that thing. Then next we shall also see the prohibition. Whenever you are prohibited from something or some other thing, we use the word, the modal auxiliary application must not, may not and cannot. So normally we use mustn't, mayn't and can't for the contracted form. You mustn't tell her anything, you can't get up until you are better, you must not begin until I tell you. Crockery may not be taken out of the canteen. See, if you keenly observe all these sentences, you can understand that the words mustn't, tell, can't get, must not begin and may not be taken. So all these application comes under this beautiful prohibition. So whenever you are prohibited from something, we use all these applications of. Whenever we are talking about the permission, granting the permission or offering the permission or asking for permission, you can also use this thing. Can we come in? Could you possibly stay at your flat? May I sit here? Or might I sit here? So such type of offering or granting the permission, we use these modal auxiliary verbs can, could, may and might. Dear students, I hope you have understood when, how and why do we use all these modal auxiliary verbs. As I told you earlier, with the help of modal auxiliary verbs, we can express generally the attitude of us or attitude of the speaker. We can also understand in which form of the mood does the person live in or while expressing those words. For your further clarification, you are always welcome, dear students, because you have been given the proper study material for you for your further clarification. Go one by one, because this will help you a lot to have effective communication skill. I hope this thing has helped you a lot. For your further reference, you can also go through the question bank. With the help of those, you can refer to it and you can work out all these self-assessment. With so much of enthusiasm, I really miss you all. Thank you so much for your patient listening. I will meet you through the next session. Thank you so much.
நளினி அமிர்தாவோட ஃபாதரு ப்ரீகேஜிலேருந்து 8th ஸ்டாண்டர்ட் படிக்கிறாங்க. இப்போ அது 5:30 to 6:30 வந்து கிரவுண்ட் ரன்னிங் ப்ராக்டிஸ் பண்ணிவிட்டு பாடி எக்ஸசைஸ் பண்ணிவிட்டு அப்படியே ஸ்கூல் அட்டன் பண்ணிவிட்டு மத்தியானம் மேலே மதர் தெரேசா அகாடமியும் ப்ராக்டிஸ் பண்ணுறாங்க. மெட்ராஸில் MEMலும் ப்ராக்டிஸ் பண்ணுறாங்க. நேஷனல் லெவலில் வந்து கோல்டு அடிச்சிருக்காங்க.